The days start running together after a while. But the affirmation or mantra for today is I speak. So today is a good day to send emails, correspondences, texts, look at contracts. Today is the day of the planet Mercury, and the zodiac signs that correlate with throat chakra are Gemini and Virgo. So some of that may resonate with some of you guys, or the message itself may resonate outside of all of that information. It's just up to you and what floats your boat. So we're pulling the fortune here, and I feel like I want to change it up a bit. Maybe I'll wait until the new year. I'll continue with these messages, this style, and then switch it up a bit in the new year. So our fortune for today, it says, luck is coming your way. Listen, how do I pull the same fortunes out of all the fortunes that I have in this bag? Luck is coming your way came out. This is like the third time that's come out. Let's see. A friend asks only for your time, not your money. Ooh. Okay, I feel convicted because I have definitely had to ask a friend for help before. So leave me a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are about that, asking a friend for money. But this says a friend asks only for your time, not your money. So that may resonate with somebody today. All right, we're starting with this card deck today because I want to get the underlying energy of the throat chakra. So we have time. Needing time. Now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes. Okay. So maybe now is not the time for you to ask your friend for money, or now is not the time for your friend to ask you for money. However it fits. Maybe luck is coming your way and you're about to receive some money, and it's not the time for you to share. Maybe this is just for you. That's one way that I'm getting it. Inner overwhelm. So somebody may be feeling some sensory overload at this time, feeling bombarded, got a lot of mental noise and mental chatter going on right now. And so maybe now is not the time for people to bother you because you're feeling overwhelmed inside yourself, and you might need to just take a moment and pause and get grounded and filter out the things that are making you feel stimulated, overstimulated. But yeah, now is not the time for something. You need time for yourself. And maybe it's time for you to not choose to show up for everybody else and show up for yourself because you're experiencing some type of inner overwhelm. Maybe you've been the pillar for other people for a long time, and now is not the time for you to be a pillar for anybody else. And maybe it's time for you to be committed to yourself and show yourself that unconditional love and the unconditional presence that you show other people. You know? So let's keep going, see what else we get so we can bring this story on home. I love reading these cards because it feels to me like I'm reading a story. So let's move them up so that the rest of the cards can be in view. But yeah, now is not the time for something. Somebody's feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated, sensory overload. You're hyper aware of everything. You might be feeling bombarded. The mental noise and the mental chatter is like, shut up. Please let me just be able to hear my own thoughts. You know, sometimes it be like that. And you just need to pause and get grounded. Because you're a pillar. Whether you know it or not, you're a pillar. That means people lean on you. People lean on you for support. People come to you for support. And maybe that's why I'm saying here is not the time to give anybody any money. And then if we relate money to currency, maybe it's not time for you to give anybody currency, which can translate over to your energy. Maybe it's not the time to give anybody your energy except for yourself. Commit to yourself. Give yourself that unconditional love. So we have Galactic Healer and ground your light. Again, it's time for you to get grounded because you're a healer. The other day we had a reading talking about being initiated. Maybe you're being initiated as a healer. A healer, if you're attracted to these messages, then you're a healer to some capacity, because the chakras, that's all about your inner being. And we can go so many different ways talking about the chakras, but for the purpose of being able to be easily understood and receptive to whoever watches this video, and it resonates with them. Your chakras, that's your soul. Those are your energetic, like, portals of energy throughout your body that are aligned in the center of your body, your meridians. And oh, look at this. I had to take it. It's on the bottom. When we're talking about being a healer, if you're somebody who is called to or drawn to or attracted to the language of chakras and the chakra system and healing your chakras, then you might be someone who is a healer. Someone who is a healer can very easily be overstimulated, overwhelmed, right? So it's necessary for you to take time to ground from time to time. And as you ground, it helps you to bring the chaos that you might be feeling inside of you. It helps you to bring it back to center. It helps you to center yourself and dismiss some of the mental chatter that may be arising within you. Okay? So this is asking you to move forward with an open mind if you are a galactic healer, or if you do identify as a healer, or maybe if you don't, it's asking you to have an open mind when it comes to the subject, because it may be something that is in your future. It may be something that you are called to do. And when I say healer, it don't mean you got to go around laying hands on people and healing people. You might just be somebody who is called to herbalism, called to holistic wellness, called to an alternative healing lifestyle. You might be somebody that likes to get acupuncture and go to a chiropractor or get massages. That's considered holistic healing. So you may be someone who is drawn to or called to that, right? And here it has money, finances, power, generosity, and abundance. And then we have collaboration. Collaboration achieves greater goals. Communication. So maybe you're about to communicate with somebody that you're collaborating with when it comes to money. But remember, we started out this message by saying, now is not the time to loan money or to give out money to friends. So this collaboration that you may be having, or this communication that you may be having, it could be somebody coming and asking for money, or it could be a money-making opportunity for you. If we want to flip that and move it in a different direction, it could be communication coming in where someone wants to collaborate with you when it comes to money. And I feel like you need to take your time with that. Take your time to make a decision when it comes to that, because this may not be the right time. Okay, so this is how I'm hearing it. If they're asking for money, if somebody's coming to you and saying, I need money to do this, it's saying now is not the time for that. If someone's coming to you to collaborate for a money-making opportunity, maybe take your time when considering whether or not you want to say yes to that. Okay. Then we have communication. It says effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. And we have the Ace of Hearts, which is new love, new baby. Somebody could be expecting a new baby or know somebody who's expecting a new baby. It says new entrepreneurial ideas. So that could be what this collaboration is, a new entrepreneurial idea. Maybe it's maybe it's an idea that somebody brings to you that has something to do with being an artistic creative. We have I feel like people that watch these readings may be into the arts, because I have a lot of readings that mention being an artist or an actor or being some type of creative, right? Then we have the Two of Clubs, which is also about communication. So there's some type of communication coming in about some type of collaboration. And then it has friendship here also. So however it fits, it can go so many different ways, right? I get the same cards over and over with this deck, and I don't like that. I want to see a new card, a new energy, breathe into something new. Okay, we have the Star, then we have Weather. So if you're familiar with the tarot, then you know that the Star card is a major arcana. And how can we relate this star energy to the reading? For some of you, it's saying you are a star. And star does not necessarily have to mean celebrity status, right? Sometimes a star can just mean that you are a pillar for a lot of people. A lot of people look to you for support. They look to you for the answer. They look to you for comfort. They look to you to guide them or lead them in some way. And that's also the role of a healer. A healer is the one that people come to for so many different things. They come to you for advice. They come to you for predictions. They come to you to tell them the future or what you think is going to happen. You know, you could be that person for a lot of people. And because of that, somebody might want to collaborate with you, you know, and be careful that you don't come off like a know-it-all, because it's easy to come off that way when people do come to you, expecting you to be the it person for them. You know, I'm gonna pull one more card and then we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Another way that I'm getting this, even though I do not read into love and twin flames and all of that stuff, there may be some type of meeting between you and someone else that leads to a collaboration, that leads to a money-making opportunity. And it could be someone, it's not anyone that you already know. It's like a new meeting, you meeting someone for the first time. And so this says leap, take the leap. And I feel like that relates to the message that I just gave about meeting someone new, and that new person, you collaborating with that person and it leading to some type of financial opportunity. And this is saying take the leap and the universe will catch you, right? So I'm trying to figure out where to put these other cards because my table is full and I want them to be on camera. So I'll do this. I hope you can see that. Let's see. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you were able to find something here that resonated. And I hope that as you find balance from this inner overwhelm, that you take your time with these decisions so that you make sure you're making the right decision as you take that leap of faith and step out into the unknown. Because this new collaboration is definitely is something that you've never experienced before. It's like taking a leap of faith and stepping into the unknown. So take your time with the decision. And also I'm hearing that it could have something to do with an investment, some type of investment. So anytime money is involved, you want to take your time. You want to take your time, right? Because you don't want to face, or you don't want to feel that overwhelmed when it comes to this decision. So take your time with that. And also remember to keep an open mind. If you're someone who resonates with being a healer, or you feel like you're moving into that space, keep an open mind as you learn, or as you move into that space, and as you learn more about that space, as you learn more about being a healer. And remember to ground yourself, especially if you're feeling this overwhelm. Remember to ground yourself. Take a moment, breathe deep, go for a walk, meditate, dance, do something with your hands. Those are the ways that you can ground your inner energy, right? And I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that I would like to share. I think that's it for today. As you are the star for other people, remember to be the star for yourself also, okay? All right, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.